Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Mike Mack, and this will be the last Ruby video for the day. And we gotta talk about what's next with Volume 10. I mean, we made it to Vacuo. This is the last kingdom that we have to go to. This will be the last academy that we get to learn about. The last headmaster that we have to meet, which hopefully he don't betray us. But with the track record that Team Ruby has, he's probably going to betray everybody. And we also don't know what exactly Team Ruby plus John is getting back into. So we don't know how long it's been since they've been gone. We don't know how everybody's been doing since they've been gone. Because you got to remember, the rest of the team, everybody else, they think they're dead. There's not a thing of like, wow, man, I hope they're in a whole other world that was technically the beginning of everything. No, they just think they're dead. So that's a lot of trauma because it's not just losing Penny. You're going from losing Penny to Winter losing her sister, Crow losing both of his nieces, Oscar losing his crush, maybe. uh, Ren and Nora losing their team leader. John also includes as a team leader for Oscar too. He was pretty much incorporated into that team. Emerald, not too much stake in the game. But yeah, so it's gonna be pretty emotional once Volume 10 starts. And I think a lot of people are gonna they're not really thinking about that right now, but it's gonna be waterworks when, when it gets back. If everybody isn't at each other's throats. And that's the main thing, man. It's like the condition of who was left. That's kind of like the biggest thing that I'm expecting for Volume 10. Because I really want to see everybody just kind of at their wits' end. It's just like, holy, like, this did not work out with Atlas, bro. The Atlas plan was horrible. We had to make it to Vacuo on foot with a lot of refugees. We had to wait for Vacuo to show up to actually give us some assistance. And, it's just a lot of stuff that they had to go through. And this is why I kind of hope that the constraints that Volume 9 had to deal with aren't the same for Volume 10 because, I think Volume 9 dealt with a lot of constraints dealing with the crossover movie because, I mean, hey, movies are hard to deal with, especially when you're talking about the amount of characters that were involved in the movie. It's a lot. So, with Volume 10, I'm hoping that it goes back to more like 12, 13 episodes and, get into about 20 minutes of screen time each episode because I think we're going to need it, man. And obviously we're not going to deal with all of Vacuo in one volume, but for Volume 10, I think it really needs to hammer home what's the situation in Vacuo, how's everybody been doing, and also leaving time to let the teams get back to having their members back because it's not like I said, it's not just a thing of they thought these guys were in another dimension. They thought they were dead. So I think we should really get a lot of time for the teams to really just be like, John, you're really alive, bro. I thought you were dead. And we also need some reactions from the other teams because I need Ruby to have this awkward moment with Oscar, man. Listen, because I like, bro, let's not play games. She pretty much like tried to erase her existence after she thought she killed Oscar. So hey, you know what I mean? This would be pretty crazy. Seeing Winter, who will obviously be a bit changed, because like she lost her sister. She thought she lost her sister. She loves Weiss a lot, She's pretty disconnected from the rest of her family, but when it comes to Weiss, that's who she cares about the most. So after knowing that Penny died, who I think Winter had a really good relationship with, and then losing her sister, it's just a lot to deal with. So I think she might be a bit more, and not to mention, Winter's a very emotional person. Like she always tries to play stoic and cool headed, and like the calm, composed person. But she's really hot headed and hot tempered. So I just know for a fact she has been like letting her anger out on a lot of people. More than likely Crow. So there's that. I hope Crow hasn't gone back to drinking. But if he ever did, this would be a good time to do it, and I would be completely understandable for that. I'd also be interested if they try to include Ty into this, because I doubt you're just gonna let Ty not know that both his daughters are probably more than likely dead, and I doubt he's just gonna stay in Beacon being sad about that. So kind of see what happens with that. But yeah, I think just having a time to let the teams reacclimate. Sorry, and then having everybody just kind of deal and break down their reactions to everything would be pretty good. Like I said, the situation in Vacuo definitely cannot be good because, like I said, they're taking the entirety of Atlas into their country. Vacuo is a desert. The main thing about desert countries, they don't have a lot of resources. So I just think there's going to be a big issue with the refugees, the situation in Vacuo, the food supplies and stuff like that. So that'll be pretty interesting to see them break that down. And yeah, it's probably going to take 2 seasons to really get enough character moments for everybody. Because when you really think about it, you got Team Junior, Emerald, Winter, the remaining Aesops, Crow, Team RWBY. You're gonna have some of the refugees probably mattering a bit more. You're gonna have Robin and her crew mattering a bit more. Team Sun, possibly this will be the introduction or the reintroduction of Team Coffee. Mercury, Tyrion, Salem somewhere out there in the distance. So it's just a lot of stuff, you know. The headmaster, the staff over at Pavacuo Academy. So yeah, it's a lot that's going to be reintroduced into this series. So it's definitely going to take 2 seasons. Hopefully, both seasons have enough time to really handle everything that's going on. Not to mention the Summer Maiden. Let's remember that they don't know what the Summer Maiden is. If I'm remembering correctly, they don't know the whereabouts of the Summer Maiden, and so you got to have a time frame to catch her or find her, I guess would be the better word to not sound more morbid. See what she's about, see what her whole like deal is, more information about Summer's last mission that got her killed, how Raven is involved, because that was a huge plot twist in the finale for Volume 9. I had no idea Raven knew what happened to Summer, and she said nothing. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, it's just a lot to break down in Volume 10. But I'm very excited for it, man. Let me know about what you expect to see in Volume 10, how you want it to start off, who you want to see, who you want to meet first, who you want to be reintroduced into first. Because, like I said, the Oscar RWBY reunion, that's going to be spicy. Blake and Sun meeting back up while Blake is dating Yang, that's going to be extra spicy. So, who knows? Maybe Yang, maybe Yang is going to pull a tie and just have a girlfriend or boyfriend or pretty much dating 2 people at the same time. It seems like that was the case because I was actually thinking about this and very like this matters nothing to the volume to the video, but if you really think about it, RWBY is 2 years younger than Yang. If Ty lost Raven like a year after Yang and then just got Summer pregnant like that same year to get RWBY out the next year, that'd be pretty crazy. So it has to be a thing if Ty was dating them both at the same time, or like with Raven but cheating with Summer, and like maybe that was the thing to send her away. I don't know. Either way, it'd be pretty crazy to see how that all breaks down, and maybe Blake gets the best of both worlds. So Blake has the ultimate Riz, but I don't know, man. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see, and yeah, put it all in the comment section. Let's have a good conversation about it. But it's your boy Mike Mack. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.